Hello, I'm Bruce MacDonald. I'm looking after this particular class of judging. Today we're about to do class for Double Gloucester. This is class B5 and it's going to be judged by Terry Hudson and Chris Dawson, who will now introduce themselves. Firstly, Terry, thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Terry Hudson. I've been in the dairy industry for 50 years and I've been making cheese in my time, all varieties of cheese. And I've also been fortunate enough to travel around the globe meeting various cheese makers and troubleshooting. And I've also been fortunate enough to meet all the major retailers in my time. So, and I've judged at shows for about 30 years.
Chris?
Hello, my name is Chris Dawson. I'm the cheese buyer for Marks and Spencer's. I've been working in the cheese industry now for 18 years and have had the privilege to travel extensively around the UK and Europe, visiting a wide variety of producers, and have met many of the very best producers in Europe today. I've judged at many cheese shows over the years, and I'm looking forward to trying this Double Gloucester class.
Good. We will start with cheese number 1011.
So here we have an example of a traditional Double Gloucester, because it's rinded. Double Gloucester, there is a single Gloucester, which is quite rare to find. But Double Gloucester, there's various theories on why it's a Double Gloucester. It could be the size or the two milkings making it a very rich. Some say the single Gloucester was some of the cream was skimmed off, but this was the full fat milk. So lots of different theories, but it goes back hundreds of years, so I have no idea. But this one, Double Gloucester, should be close textured, smooth, creamy and buttery, straw coloured. So here we go.
Yep. So how is the appearance? Is it straw coloured?
It's definitely straw coloured. It's
good.
Slightly darker where the rind is, which is typical of a traditional cheese that's been matured on the shelf. So
it's got a very clean looking rind, which is nice to see, and the rind's quite thin. So from an appearance perspective, I'm thinking of an 8 for this.
Yep. You okay with that, Terry?
Yes, it's a good appearance. 8 is a good score.
And the aroma?
It's certainly clean. I'm not picking up any old flavor.
It has a clean aroma. No off notes on the coat. Again, I'll give an 8.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. Texture.
Yeah, clean. Texture is probably a little bit short textured.
Yeah.
For a Double Gloucester, and when you work it between the fingers, you can see the short, like a short pastry texture, which is usually an indication of a little bit too much acidity. So Double Gloucester should be smooth and rounded. I would say this one's probably a little bit on the acid side, which has given it that short, very slightly crumbly texture. Don't know if you agree with that, Chris.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think your description of short is absolutely spot on. You know, if anything, you would describe this as a crumbly Gloucester. You know, it has all the characteristics of crumbly, whereas, you know, I've always associated the good Double Gloucester as being smooth and creamy and buttery in the fingers. And this is certainly just breaking down into lumps, into granules.
So score for texture would be?
For me, it's a 5, because I just don't think it's a good example of a texture.
I was going to say 6, but I'm happy to give it a 5 because it's not typical of a double Gloucester.
Okay, flavour.
Flavour, as I said before, it's slightly sharp, which you shouldn't have. It should be very rounded.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, this, because obviously a traditional double Gloucester will exhibit different characteristics from a creamery double Gloucester. I think what I'm lacking in this one is that sweetness that I would associate with a double Gloucester, be it traditional or block. There is quite a tanginess coming through there. Now that would appeal to some people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I just don't. For me, it's not. Not as Moorish as I would like it to be, and I'd probably give that a 6.
Are you okay with that, Terry?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, like Chris says, I mean, it would appeal to some people because it's certainly got flavour, but we're judging it as a double Gloucester today.
Yep, and true to character.
Well, it's not quite true to character.
No, based on the comments, no.
I'd say a 6. Because
I agree with the 6, Bruce.
Okay, fine. Moving on then to cheese 1027.
So appearance, it's not quite as uniform as I would have liked to have seen it. If you look closer, I'm not sure if you can see the texture there. Can you see that, Bruce?
Just coming back into the screen now. Sorry. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
There's a little bit of mottling, which you shouldn't.
Yeah, shouldn't be there. No.
So, and it's slightly open texture, which again is not typical of a double Gloucester. Don't know what you think, Chris.
Yeah, it's the right colour. It's that lovely straw colour. It's got a richness to it. I didn't expect the mottling, like we said. My piece is quite close textured for what I'm seeing, but in terms of the block quality, I've got quite a lot of faults on the outside, and that's partly due to the way it's been matured in the plastic. I think there's just quite a few wrinkles. For me, the appearances.
Yep, score-wise.
I've gone for a 6.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah.
Really, because of the mottling, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Aroma.
I think it's lovely and clean. Not picking any yeasty notes or any taints at all. It's nice and clean.
Good.
Again, I'm getting a very clean aroma here. Probably not as much aroma on the nose as I might have expected, but it's certainly clean.
Score-wise.
I would say a 7. Would you?
Yeah, I think 7's a good call.
Good. Yeah. Moving on to texture.
Texture. Well, this is actually breaking down very nicely. You've got a very smooth, buttery texture. It's not lumpy at all. It's not granular at all. So when you're working it, I think it's a very good texture.
Yep. Score-wise.
I would, texture-wise, I would give it an 8 because.
You okay with that, Chris?
It's really smooth in the fingers.
Yeah.
It breaks down very easily, and it stays together nicely in the fingers. Certainly an 8.
Okay. And flavour.
It's nice, creamy, very rounded. There's no sharp notes as the previous one had. I probably like a little bit more flavour myself, but again, there's no off flavours, no taints. It's very clean, creamy and buttery, as you'd expect with a double Gloucester.
Yep. Sounds just about spot on to me.
I think it's certainly very clean. There's some richness coming through there. It has quite a buttery flavour. If there's anything, I might be looking for a slight bit more sweetness coming through at the end.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's got a good flavour overall, and I'd say probably an 8.
You okay with that, Terry?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like Chris, I would expect a little bit more complexity, and I think that would only come with a little bit more age, but which is a good score.
And true to character.
I think it's a very good example of a double Gloucester. It is very well made. It's, there's just the slight mottling that double Gloucester shouldn't have. So I would say overall, I would say a 7, just because it's mottling, but
Yes.
it's fine.
I'd go with the 7. 2 factors: the mottling and the slight lack of richness or sweetness coming through at the end.
Okay.
7, did you say? Yeah.
Yes, 7.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's sorted out. Cheese. This last one is the winner of the class. So we can take a break there for 2 or 3 minutes till we get reset. I'm now going to send the current results off to our good friend Richard to give him some work to do.